Good morning mga kababayan! Welcome to the show called Self-Made. At napakaganda ngayon kasi meron tayong napaka-espesyal na bisita. Walang iba kundi si Mr. Stanley Nang, ang President and COO ng Philippine Airlines. So Stanley, thank you for saying yes to be interviewed today.
Good morning.
Yeah. Like binabasa ko yung story mo, no? And why you decided to be pilot to start with?
Oh, it all started when I was still in high school. So I actually was a gamer, and so most of the time I win playing video games. So my friends, they told me, why don't you become a pilot since your hand and eye coordination are really good? So that gave me an idea, parang bakit hindi ako mag-try. So that's the reason I tried. However, I didn't have any connection with anyone in the airline industry that time. So yeah, the opportunity, I understand it's difficult also if you don't have any want to talk to connections.
Yeah. But then also, your parents, kasi from a Chinese family, no?
Yes.
Like, I'm sure ayaw nilang, piloto yung anak ko, nakakatakot, di ba? Because of a lot of challenges. So, how you encourage your parents to say yes?
Oh, so you are absolutely correct. My parents were really conservative in terms of my career. So, they preferred me to be a traditional entrepreneur and businessman. However, I always go with my passion. So, from the moment that I realized that gusto ko maging piloto, so actually initially they really declined. They told me it's too dangerous, it's not for you. However, because of my perseverance and I try to convince them, really, like I told them I just want to be happy and do something I like for my career. So people say when you enjoy your job, it's like not working at all, right? So I just keep convincing them, and until one day pumayag rin.
Yeah, but you realized this when you were still in high school?
Yes. However, in college, I kind of forget about it already because walang chance and no connections. So I'm kind of on the path of becoming an entrepreneur. But after college, that's the time that I got exposed to someone from the airline. So one of my friends, sinabihan niya ako na parang merong PAL Aviation School. So yun, nag-open na yung
the
opportunity for me to enroll and try to apply for the job.
Buti binigyan ka ng allowance ng parents mo dahil ayaw nila, di ba? Ikaw bang nagbayad or parents mo? Parents naman ang nagpan sa'yo. Ano ang pakiramdam nung the first time that you really start driving a plane? Anong pakiramdam nun?
Parang the world just stops. Parang
Why?
the moment that we took off, parang everything just slowed down. I can't explain the feeling, but that was the first time that when I flew the plane. Yun ang feeling. Parang
hindi ka ba na-nervyos? Like, especially when you're when you're going up, like, you have everything your best, right? Ganon yun?
The first time naman, it was with an instructor. So, may kasama naman akong aking instructor. So, pagkalipad, parang bumagal lahat. Parang, this is the moment na parang, di ba? Parang, of course, that was the first time. I didn't have much idea how would it feel. So, but it's amazing, the feeling.
How about the first time that you flown by yourself as the captain na talagang ikaw yung 747, yung ganong kalaking eroplano na ikaw talaga ang ikaw talaga ang captain. Anong pakiramdam nun?
So, yung journey kasi talaga para maging isang kapitan. So, matagal para maging kapitan.
How
will
many
take
years?
about 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
Yes, before becoming a captain.
Okay.
But Yung solo flight will be from your first flight with an instructor, siguro within 8 hours flying time.
Okay.
So that will take about 2-3 weeks, and then you fly solo. That's a requirement for you to gain that confidence
Yes.
also. Na you can
Oh
do
my
it on your
God.
own.
Oo.
So that's something na very exciting, and also I would say, of course, you're also nervous because you're on your own.
Oo.
Kumbaga, pag take off mo, it's ikaw na bahala lahat. So it's just a short flight. However, you have to be able to land the plane.
Oo.
Diba?
But with that, also the first flight na yon, meron ka na bang passenger or ikaw lang?
Ako lang.
Ikaw lang.
As in, mag-isa ka.
Oh my God. So parang mas nakakatakot kaya yon?
Initially, yes. Pero once na nagawa mo yun, that will give you the confidence na parang, oh, kaya ko mag-isa.
Oo. How about the feeling of flying with so many passengers, the responsibilities na
Okay.
lahat ng life you have, it's in you. So
Correct.
ano yon? Paano pakiramdam doon?
The moment na naging kapitan ka at ikaw na talaga in charge dun sa buong plane at lahat ng buhay ng pasahero at ng crew, so yun talaga, you will realize that the responsibility, it's not just enjoying, but you have to always have your passengers in mind.
Yes.
Parang that's why we try to make the flight as comfortable as we can as a pilot, as a captain. When you become a captain, that's the time that you will realize hawak mo talaga ang buhay ng pasahero.
Anong pakiramdam mo? What did you feel the first time that you fly by yourself? Yun nga,
As a captain na.
as a captain na. And then when you land, how it feel the first time?
It's an achievement that you will be proud of and you will remember. Kasi ikaw talaga ang nag-control lahat. Because before mag-solo ka, you always have an instructor beside you
Yes.
to guide you just in case you forget anything. Pero doon, wala na.
Talagang ikaw lang.
Ikaw talaga mag-ano.
Oh my God. Your parents must be so proud of you the first time you did that. Anong pakiramdam nila?
I think they're really proud of my achievement.
I'm sure. But how about the challenges inside? Like imagine, maraming mga passengers na reklamador. Katulad ko din. I'm just joking. So how you deal with tough passengers?
Also, for me, I always have a very calm approach to stress and to complaints. I always try to understand kasi on their side. Bakit sila nagagalit? Maybe there's a reason why bakit naiinis or frustrate ang passengers. Maybe it's really the airline or something that we did not do well, kaya na-frustrate sila. So if na-identify the root cause of the issue, most of the time naman na kaya naman silang i-calm down and yes.
That's nice. Now also, so many Filipinos also, di ba, ang dami natin mga OFWs, like, they decided to left Philippines because of opportunities. What keep you staying in Philippines and you've been working with Philippine Airlines since the beginning?
Yes, I've been with PAL for 20 years already. So for me, I'm very patriotic. So when I assumed this position last year, so my goal really is, like I mentioned earlier, is really to help promote the Philippines as a tourist destination, as well as help all the people fulfill their purpose. Like for our balikbayans, like you mentioned, they're gonna use Philippine Airlines to go to their work abroad. And then coming home and reuniting with their families. That's so powerful because you can clearly see their emotions when they have been out for a long time, and being able to provide that transport coming back to the Philippines, especially during the pandemic. We transported a lot of OFWs with repatriation flight. No, you can see their emotions really like connecting with their families again. And the second is connecting businesses like business travels, because that actually make things happen. That's the economy that make transactions happen.
Yeah. So how you connect also with the OFWs? Kasi that's your main also focus to really help,
correct.
right? How you connect with them? Because a lot of OFW, when they don't have any clue at all, right? So how can they reach out to you and how they know it? Kasi ang dami na nyo rin all online, but still a lot of OFW, they're not aware. So
Correct.
how you do that? How you do the marketing?
We've been working also closely with of course, the government, the FA, and also OWA group. Yes, so we've been working closely with them for us to be able to communicate with them. Tapos, para sa mga OFW, actually, it's really emphasized. Last year, I told the team, especially the cabin crew and the airport people, if we see OFW, they're our heroes. So we have to treat them as heroes. It's not judging how they look, how they carry themselves, but it's really trying our best and have sincere care for them.
Yes.
Actually, they appreciate that. It's small things that you do for them. They really appreciate so much, and that's really touching.
Yeah.
So that's really emphasized, especially with our crew. We have to serve them better in flight.
Yeah.
So for them to feel at home already.
Yes.
Yes.
That's so nice. Now, the biggest concern now for OFWs, the flight. Like, you know how, like, the rate of flight really zoom up.
Yes.
So how can you reach out to them or help them also?
With regards to that, I think last year the prices went up significantly because of all the fuel surcharges, the energy costs really high. However, now it's going back down a bit.
Oh, nice.
So yes, it's significantly lower today.
Including international?
Yes.
Really?
So yeah, it's lower already because the fuel cost is like 30% lower already. So with that, the fuel surcharges were lowered also, the prices of the airfare. But the reason for the high price sometimes is because of the revenue management system. Like if it's really full already and the
I see.
limited capacity
Okay. That's
that
why they
we
have to put
today.
high. That's why.
So the system will naturally put it higher. However, we've been working closely like with the OWA to actually have a partnership also of offering special rates for OFWs.
Yeah. And now to go back with your vision also by really the tourism, right? So what country you're focusing on in bringing them here in Philippines?
Okay. So we've been asked several times about have we recovered to pre-pandemic capacity and how are we seeing it today? So ano naman, bumalik na tayo halos almost all flights we've resumed. Except what are we missing today is a tourist from Japan and China. So if those tourists from China and Japan and also Korea, if they all come back to the Philippines, then we can definitely achieve our goal aligned with the Department of Tourism to increase the tourist arrival. So the target this year is around 5 million. So if those come back, and it will also stimulate local tourism because when they arrive Manila, usually they also go to other provinces and enjoy our wonderful beaches.
So how to open that then? Japan, China, and Korea, South Korea. So how you do that?
It's really to add more flights. Initially, we added a few flights because as we can see, there are some restrictions like in Japan, they're not ready to travel yet. The people in Japan. Yeah, especially with the deflation of their currency.
Economy.
That's why they're kind of hesitant to travel, and maybe because still of the pandemic. However, for China, I think they're more than ready. Starting this summer, like last month, we've resumed almost all flights to all destinations in China.
Mhm.
So we're gonna see more tourist arrival in the coming months. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's good news. And you said the goal for tourism right now for this year is 5 million.
Around 5 million.
5 million. And so
tourist
far,
arrival. So
almost
far,
half
we're
year
all-
na tayo eh.
Almost half year. We're already at, I think, around 2 million. 2
Okay,
million.
so 40%, parang ganon.
Yes.
Oo.
And of course, we're expecting a surge also in December, the arrival. So I think we'll hit the target. We'll work with the... with
Yeah,
them.
wow, that's so exciting, right? And of course, we really appreciate you guys for really making Philippines first world. Basically, yan ang goal natin eh. And that's the reason of the Asia CEO.
Correct.
Kaya ginagawa namin yan, right? So now, how about naman working with family business? Like, is it tough? Especially with the Philippine airline, right? Family siya, right? So, is it tough to working with family or anong challenges doon?
Not really for me because I always treat myself just as a professional. I'm not really encountering a lot of issues because everything can be explained properly and the reason for doing things.
So, you're not a tough boss?
I have high standards actually, so I'm quite pushy as well for all the initiatives because we don't want to waste time to bring Philippines because the airline, the flag carrier, is really responsible partly of the economy of the Philippines.
Yes.
And the planes, the reason why we ordered new planes as well, yun na rin ang mirroring of the economy of the Philippines. If they see nicer planes, the good service, the hospitality of our crew. So that's their first touch point. So that's the reason why it's so important that we show the tourists and also our kababayans to make them feel proud of the airline, feel proud of the Philippines.
Can you also touch down a little bit about the local? Kasi you have so many locations all over Philippines also, right? So can you encourage also the viewers why they should consider Philippine airline other flights or other airlines?
So for Philippine Airlines, we're trying to improve our services. Of course, we can never be perfect. That's the mindset that we have. There's always room for improvement, and that's why passenger feedback is so important. That's why we take that seriously. So I know it's always a work in progress, pero we make sure that Philippine Airlines will provide the best value for money that for our consumers, especially here, diba? Parang the goal really is to be more reliable and consistent with our services.
Yeah. How about the cargo system? Kasi diba ang dami ng yung magpapadala dito, yung mga family. How it's more convenient with you to use Philippine Airline?
I think it's really the reliability that your goods will reach your destination timely. And for the SMEs, I think it's really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about also the booking, tickets booking? Is it the best way is to go still travel agency or you go directly in the Philippine Airline? Or how about yung mga special rates ninyo?
With the upgrade of our website, and it's ongoing also, and we try to improve it all the time. It's now convenient also, just using the app, the website. So we have a new app. That's gonna save a lot of time for the tech-savvy younger generation. And for the people who are not so comfortable with technology, they can also still go to travel agency and book their flights.
Yeah. Like for example, me and my husband, we've been trying to book Philippine Airline to go to Toronto. Kasi we love Philippine, kasi yung direct flight from Manila to Toronto, right? So ang ganda kasi pwedeng matulog ka lang, paggising mo nandun ka na. But somehow we're having a challenge booking until now and we want to go home in July. So what do you think what's lacking there?
Actually, it's really the capacity that we can serve.
Dahil doon.
Because 2 flights lang a week eh. So 2 flights a week, so very limited seats lang.
Okay. So pag fully booked na off ka na lang, yung hindi
Wala
na
na.
nagpupurso, parang gano'n. So yun ang signal doon. Okay. So in short, how many months before or what is the other option for us?
So booking behavior today is getting longer again. pre-pandemic, it's like 6 to 8 months for long haul, di ba? Sometimes even a year. People plan ahead, di ba?
Grabe.
Pero during the pandemic, the booking behavior medyo mas closer because of all the restriction, uncertainties. Kaya people are booking their flights like 2-3 months before their travel. However, now, mas normalized na. So, bumabalik na. It's more on 6 months
Good.
ahead. Yes.
Wow. So I hope that we can still book through Philippine Airlines kasi
Yes.
talagang winjud. So now, what's next to you, Stanley?
So, the purpose of serving the country pa rin, yun muna. That's it for now. We'll try to improve on a lot of things. We have a great purpose in front of us to help the economy of the Philippines and make all the Filipinos proud of their flag carrier.
You're so sweet, but you seem so busy. How you have time spending with your family?
That I have to work on that better. I think because the challenges right now, it's huge. However, as we improve on a lot of things, medyo magkaka-time din. Parang ngayon lang, parang I have to dedicate most of my time really to build the brand, to build the product, to have better service for the consumers. And here and there, I try to really have lunch with my family, dinners. Yeah.
Now, being in your position now, what's your advice naman sa mga bata ngayon? Yung mga, di ba, they have big dreams, but sometimes there's something stopping them, either family or yung self-confidence nila. So, anong best advice mo din sa kanila? How to be successful like you?
Be realistic and be passionate about what you want to do in life. So, if the purpose is right, for me personally, don't be motivated just because of the money that you're gonna get, but it's more of the purpose that you're gonna achieve, or kung paano ka makakatulong sa ating sa needs ng mga tao, 'di ba? Kasi if there's a need and you can serve that demand, then you have a business, you have something. Pero if you only focus on the compensation and the benefits, it's not gonna last. So you have to really have a purpose of doing what you love, compared to just be motivated with material or money.
So amazing that listening to you, you focus more on the purpose, on the vision, not the goals of yourself. Parang yun ang nakikita ko sa'yo, right? You're so passionate of helping the nation, parang ganon. So where did you get that?
I'm also thankful for all the blessings that I have. So that's always the advice I always give my children. So if you're blessed, then you have to share your blessings to everyone, and create a sustainable future for the younger generations. Especially today, we're quite sustainability is a big topic.
Yes.
And if we don't take good care of our planet, then the future generations will suffer. So that's why it's very important to have that purpose of making the world a better place for everyone.
You're so amazing, Stanley. I'm so touched and I'm so inspired by you. And thank you for sharing your story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat mga kababayan, at sana may napulot kayo sa story ni Mr. Stanley Nang. Thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't that amazing mga kababayan, na ang story ni Mr. Stanley Nang na nag-start siya na taga-ticket boy sa Philippine Airlines at talagang nandun yung passion niya para magtrabaho sa eroplano. And then by doing that, talagang pinagdire-diretso pa rin siya hanggat naging assistant siya sa pagpipiloto. Tapos after how many years, naging talagang captain na siya ng isang eroplano. And then ang kanyang talagang passion na kahit ayaw ng magulang, pero pinaglaban niya kasi yun talaga ang kagustuhan niya. And after more than 20 years of being so in love with the airline, now he became the president and COO of Philippine Airlines. Believe in your passion. Talagang ipagtatrabaho mo yung attitude mo, yung determination mo, and also the perseverance of doing what need to be done, whether you like it or not. Kasi yun ang ginawa niya. And look, ang naging outcome after more than 20 years. He's now the president of Philippine Airlines at saka CEO. So kung nakaya niya, tayo din, kaya din natin. So good luck sa ating lahat at sana na magtulong-tulong tayo para sa pagbabago for making Philippines first world. Maraming salamat and see you the next time.